नमस्कार, मैं हूं अनुराधा मिश्रा प्रसार भारती न्यूज़ सर्विसेज से। इंडिया इज सेलिब्रेटिंग इट्स आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव। 75 years of India's vibrant democracy is a story of reform, growth, and prosperity. To unfold the making of New India, we have with us Dr. Kirit Premjibhai Solanki,
Thank you.
who perhaps is best suited to represent the diversity of India. Thank you so much, sir, for connecting with PBNS.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Very kind of you for this interview also.
So first I'll introduce briefly Dr. Solanki. He is an Indian politician and surgeon and holds MBBS, MS and FICS degrees. He has worked as a professor of surgery for almost 38 years and has been elected as a member of the Parliament of India for 3 consecutive terms. Dr. Solanki was again appointed as the chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on the Welfare of Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes, which is one of the most prestigious parliamentary committees. Dr. Solanki has also been awarded with Shreshth Sansad Award consecutively twice in 2018 and 2019 for his active work in Parliament and his constituency. We are here to have a freewheeling conversation with him, including his parliamentary experiences and welfare schemes that he has taken for SC and ST people. Sir, how do you see the shift from a very renowned surgeon to a parliamentarian?
This is a very interesting question you have asked me. And basically, I was an academician. I was a professor of surgery. And I had passion toward the surgery also. And moreover, I belongs to scheduled caste. So I started my surgical practice in Ahmedabad, and that also into a very poor locality. And since I started the practice in poor locality and I belongs to scheduled caste, the patient who used to come for surgery to me were obviously they were quite poor and they can't afford. But I did the surgery of almost all the people in a very affordable rate. You can say it was on a charitable base and there was no any profit margin to me. मैं कह सकता हूँ कि कोई मरीज आता था और पैसा मैं उसको बोलता था कि आपको उस ज़माने में मैं कुछ 2000 या 3000 या 4000 का बिल बोलता था. वो विथ फोल्डेड हैंड दे यूज्ड टू रिक्वेस्ट मी. तो मैं उनको बोलता था कि आप ऐसा कि मुझे मेरी ज़मीन गिरवे रखनी पड़ेगी, मुझे एक करनी पड़ेगी. मैं बोलता था आप जो लाए हो वो विथ फोल्ड वो बंद मुट्ठी में अब मेरे ड्रॉअर में रख दो, मैं गिनता भी नहीं था. दैट वाज माय वे ऑफ प्रैक्टिसिंग. एंड सी आवर ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर व्हेन ही वाज in Sangh in Gujarat and then ultimately he came to BJP as a Mahasachiv. He knew me practicing these things and my passion, as I say, I used to love the surgery and I am a laparoscopic surgeon and I am the first few surgeon who introduced the laparoscopic surgery in the state of Gujarat and Ahmedabad. So that was my area of interest and I am doing the advanced laparoscopic also. So in 2009 in Ahmedabad, there were earlier 2 Lok Sabha seats, Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar. Then it was converted into 3 seats, Ahmedabad East, Ahmedabad West and Gandhinagar seat. Ahmedabad West was a reserve constituency and our honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji was Chief Minister at that time of Gujarat State, and while giving the tickets, he blessed me and he declared me as a Bharatiya Janata Party candidate from Ahmedabad West constituency. Even I will tell the Ahmedabad West constituency was there were 7 Vidhan Sabha Kshetra, 7 assembly constituency were there, and it is predominantly Muslim Bahulya and scheduled caste constituency, and more than 50% of the voters were from both this community. So he gave me the opportunity and I am really very much thankful to our party and particularly our Honorable Sri Narendra Modi ji that he gave me a chance, and it was a shift from surgical practice to political practice. I contested the election in 2009 and I won with nearly 1 lakh margin. It was a tough constituency and the credit goes to our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji.
Dr. Solanki, your beginnings were so humble and your career has been eccentric. Where do you draw this inspiration from? From the social service that you do, and you have been doing it for years. Where is this inspiration coming from?
Our role model, our inspiration was Baba Sahib Ambedkar. And my father, Premjibhai Solanki, he was a teacher, but he has an interest towards the Sarvajanik life. Sarvajanik life. He used to do so many social work also. He described me once upon a time in Mumbai, Chinchpokli railway station. He and his friends were there for some social work. They visited the Mumbai. They knew that Baba Sahib is there on the railway station. And he visited the Baba Sahib Ambedkar. And Baba Sahib Ambedkar was sitting in a saloon, and he was relaxing with a cup of tea. And my father sat beside the Baba Sahib Ambedkar. And he was repenting throughout his life. At that time, we don't have the mobile phone or camera. Otherwise, I could have a picture with Baba Sahib Ambedkar, sitting with the Baba Sahib Ambedkar. So he was a staunch follower of Baba Sahib Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. So my role model was Baba Sahib Ambedkar and my father. And my next role model was Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. The way he has emerged from a small town of Vadnagar and he served and he set the landmark and ultimately he became Chief Minister of Gujarat and Prime Minister of India, and now he is the most popular leader in the world. So Narendra Modi ji's style of working, his way of vision, these three are my role model: Baba Sahib Ambedkar, my father, and Shri Narendra Modi ji.
Dr. Solanki, I must say you are very well representing the role models that you are inspired by. Dr. Sahib, you have been an active parliamentarian with a high attendance of 97%, when the national average is just 80%. Moreover, you have participated in more than 333 debates of the parliament when the national average, again I say, is just around 67.1%. You have also worked on more than 416 questions. You have presented them in the parliament and proposed 35 private members' bills. Sir, how do you manage to become so active parliamentarian and have even left so many seasoned politicians behind in debating issues, and you have such a you have presented vital public interest issues in the parliament? How do you manage that?
Particularly, what I personally believe, it is the personal accountability of an individual which matters more. As a surgeon also, I was a surgeon, I used to start my operation table at 9 o'clock and I used to come at 8:30 and I used to start my operation at 9 o'clock sharp. I used to put the knife at 9 o'clock. So that was my way of working. Now, what I say, it's a personal accountability. Nobody can pressurize you to do the work same way. When I entered the politics is a full-time job. So I was a practicing surgeon, but I stopped practicing because it was a full-time job. I have to devote the full-time to politics also, and I opted to do the full-time works also. And in surgery, it was also the general public related business also, not of business but profession was there. Same thing, it is on a larger scale. In politically also, you can benefit so many lakhs and crores of people also. In surgery, I used to benefit the individual people also. But here, by way of legislation, by way of policy making, we can deliver the benefit to the needy and to the poor people also. And they are mainly scheduled caste and scheduled tribes and backward class people we used to do. Member of Parliament is also, he can introduce the private member bill. And earlier it was per session, you can introduce maximum 4 bill. Nowadays it is reduced to 3 bill. I introduced a bill, Acid Attack Mahila bill. Acid Attack Mahila. So किसी महिला पर एसिड अटैक होता है वो वन साइडेड लव में होता है. इट इज़ अ वन साइडेड लव. और देन शी बिकम्स डिसफिगर्ड एंड उनका पूरा चेहरा खराब हो जाता है. इवन सोसाइटी एंड परिवार भी उनका साथ छोड़ देती है. तो उनके लिए मैंने जो पार्लियामेंट में मैं बिल लेके आया था महिला एसिड अटैक, और उनमें पहले सज़ा का जो प्रावधान था वो इंडियन पिनल कोड के हिसाब से 7 साल की मैक्सिमम सज़ा का प्रावधान था. कोई स्पेशल सज़ा का प्रावधान नहीं था. मैंने अपने बिल में मांग की सरकार से कि उसमें लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट जन्मठीप होनी चाहिए. और मैं नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार का मैं आभार मानता हूं कि सरकार ने इस बात को स्वीकार किया और उसमें आज लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट का जो सज़ा का प्रावधान आ गया है. दूसरा मैंने बोला कि जब वो महिला जब कॉस्मेटिक सर्जरी करवाती है एसिड अटैक के बाद, वो डिसफिगर्ड हो जाती है, तो उसमें 1, 2, कभी कभी 5, 10, 15, 20 सर्जरी करवाना पड़ता है. आई आस्क टू द गवर्नमेंट कि इट शुड बी फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट फॉर द जो विक्टिम, एंड गवर्नमेंट हैज़ एक्सेप्टेड दिस डिमांड ऑल्सो. एंड थर्ड, तीसरा मुद्दा मैं बोलूँगा कि टू प्रिवेंट द एसिड अटैक, तो आई डिमांडेड टू द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया कि the acid should not be available casually. If you remember, you must have purchased also, or so many other us have purchased the acid bottle from the Kirana store. From the Kirana store for cleaning of the toilet. Now it is not available. That is because of my demand, that government has approved the demand. Those who have a laboratory license, they will get the acid. Otherwise, rest of the people will not get the thing. So, these are the things you get a job satisfaction. My main area of interest is poor people and healthcare also.
So, you are the chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on the Welfare of Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes. It is a very serious job as it impacts the life of crores of people in the country, and they are depending on you today. So, what steps have you taken for the SC/ST people?
See, I am really very fortunate, and I am thankful to our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and my party for giving me the responsibility as a chairman of Parliamentary Committee on Welfare of SC/ST. There are so many committees in the Parliament also, but there are 4 committees which are the elected committee from the concerned house. If I take the example of Parliamentary Committee on Welfare of SC/ST, there are 30 members, 30 members are there in this committee. All the members are member of Parliament. 20 members are from the Lok Sabha and 10 members are from the Rajya Sabha. And the beauty of this committee is that all the members are from different party also. So it is not a single party committee also. And since it's an elected committee, suppose I am there in Lok Sabha, recently there is a formation of the new committee because the period of the committee is 1st May to 30th April. So I am again repeated as a chairman. This is my 7th year as a chairman of Parliamentary Committee. Probably this is also a history and I am thankful, but we have done enormous work also. And because of this committee, this elected committee, it is a very important committee. This committee is known as a mini parliament also because it represents both the houses also. And we have done so many issues, whether it is a reservation, implementation of roster, discrimination, welfare of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. I will tell one thing. Earlier, when I was a member, our committee used to address the different sort of a bank employees, public sector undertaking, say as for example, GAIL, BAIL, ONGC, we used to address their issues and that was the things. When I became chairman in 1916, I asked our officials, this committee is for employee only. What about the other people? They said, this committee is an inclusive committee. It is mainly for the welfare of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Then we have a study tour. Then I decided that during each study tour, committee will have a meeting with the concerned state government. Suppose I am visiting Mumbai, then I will call the government of Mumbai, Maharashtra, and chief government, chief secretary, and all the secretary, they used to represent us, and we used to ask them the different issues regarding the welfare of SC/ST. So the benefit is passed to the poor people, those are staying in the villages, distant villages. That is the one change we made. And another things, while visiting the other state, the committee used to visit two villages. One village of a predominant of scheduled caste village and another village of a scheduled tribe village. So, and then we used to see their what is their condition, and accordingly we used to convey the administration, district administration or state administration, to improve their condition. Earlier there was roster was 200-point roster, and in 2017 some court case was filed in the Allahabad court, High Court, regarding this roster point. It was reduced to 13-point roster. The point was that as per the UGC 2005 notification, the unit was considered as a university. But mano ke Delhi University, then Delhi University will be considered as a unit, and their employees, accordingly the roster will be applied, and it was 200-point roster. Then it was changed by court, High Court, Allahabad High Court, that instead of a unit as a university, the subject was placed as a university, and the roster was reduced to 13 point. I called a high-level committee of chairman UGC, all secretary, HRD secretary, Samajik Nyay secretaries. We called DOPT secretary, and we constituted a committee, and we filed a SLP in the Supreme Court, but we lost the SLP. And at that time, it was before 2019 election, we lost the case. So we requested to our government and Honorable Prime Minister, and I am really very much thankful to our Honorable Prime Minister. He brought an ordinance before the election, to replace the 200-point roster from 13-point roster. Ordinance was passed, and in the 17th Lok Sabha, after 19th election, in the first session also, that ordinance was approved by the Parliament, and now 200-point roster is there. Same way in Bhakhranangal power plant, they were not giving the reservation to scheduled tribe for particular reasons also. We called the meeting and we explained them that they are eligible as per the Constitution of India, and they are getting 7-point roster now. In Central Secretariat, in the reservation in promotion, it was a long pending issue in the Supreme Court of India, and Supreme Court has given a judgment favoring the reservation in promotion also, and we took up the meeting also. And in Central Secretariat, all ministry level, 29,000 plus scheduled caste employee, they were promoted from lower post to higher post, like deputy secretary, and the scheduled tribe people was 9,500 plus people were promoted. So many things we are doing. NDMC teachers, they terminated the SC/ST people, and the committee intervened, and committee has asked them to reinstate them. Same way in assistant engineer in defense ministry, they were since 8 years they were not getting the promotion. They were nearly 800 engineer. By intervention of committee, they were promoted to executive engineer, and we had so many issues for things. In nowadays, the full-timer jobs are converted into the part-timer jobs and contractual job, and so many jobs are outsourced. Committee has taken a strong cognizance of it, and committee has put a report to the government in the appointment of a part-time employee या कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल एम्प्लॉय या आउटसोर्सिंग एम्प्लॉय, the reservation, minimum reservation should be introduced, and they have accepted it also. In LIC also we have made so many things, BSNL also. So as a committee we are really doing a wonderful work. This is the booklet, and this booklet contains, this is the official booklet published by the Parliament, and it contains all the benefit we have given to the SC ST people. And I am really thankful to all the members also. Last time we have made a study tour to Leh Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir, and the subject was that our subject was कि after the 370 जो धारा को हटाने के बाद कश्मीर, जम्मू कश्मीर में जो SC ST के लोगों को पहले जो अधिकार नहीं मिलते थे, उसमें कौन से अधिकार मिलने लगा, और इसके लिए कमेटी ने स्पेशल दौरा किया, और कमेटी लेह लद्दाख गई और बारामुल्ला श्रीनगर गई, और बारामुल्ला में गांव की मुलाकात किया। रात को 7 बजे करीबन 2 किलोमीटर चल के कमेटी पूरी वहाँ गई, और इट वाज ऑन ए बॉर्डर, LOC पर वो गांव था। वो गांव का नाम मैं भूल गया हूँ, मगर वो गांव में हम गए थे, और ये इसका फोटोग्राफ है। ये रात के अंधेरे में हमने जो मीटिंग लिया था, और आज जो अभी भी जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए डिलिमिटेशन हुआ, उसमें ST के लिए और SC के लिए उसमें रिजर्वेशन पोस्ट डाला गया, वो धारा 370 हटाने के बाद, और इसके लिए हम नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी की और भारत सरकार के बहुत आभारी है। कमेटी में जिस प्रकार से हम काम कर रहे हैं, हम जैसे इंडियन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विस होती है, इस प्रकार से हम एक इंडियन जुडिशरी सर्विस का हमने एक वो रखा है, हम सदन के पटल पर उसका रखना चाहते हैं, ताकि उसको जो कई है उसमें नॉट ओनली SC ST को फ़ायदा होगा, मगर समाज के सभी वर्गों को फ़ायदा होगा। और जो लोग हाई कोर्ट में और सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जो जज नहीं बन सकते हैं, जो मजिस्ट्रेट नहीं बन सकते, वो इसमें बन सकेगा। इस प्रकार का काम किया है। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि आप इस बात को भी संज्ञान में ले सकते हो, और बहुत सारे इश्यूज़ है जो अभी शॉर्ट टाइम में हम एन्यूमरेट नहीं कर सकते हैं, मगर वी आर वेरी मच सेटिस्फाइड। और दिस इज़ माय 7th टर्म एज ए चेयरमैन, और आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू अवर ऑल द मेंबर्स। दे आर ऑल्सो दे कम विथ प्रॉपर होमवर्क ऑल्सो, and we used to deliver the justice to SC ST people. Our officials also, Lok Sabha officials, they are also working very hard.
Sir, what do you think are the most serious issues concerning to the people belonging to SC ST groups? We have talked about the reforms that have been made, but what do you think are the most serious issues that really need the highlight today? Basically, how can we stop these issues from happening, and what are those?
Very important issues are the educational issue. And Baba Sahib Ambedkar ने कहा था कि शिक्षित बनो, तो that is the most wonderful issue, and I think committee is focusing mainly on the education of the SC ST people. They should get the scholarship also, pre-matric as well as post-matric, and I'm thankful to Government of India for doing a wonderful work. They have increased the post-matric scholarship also, and we have intervened in pre-matric scholarship also, and we are very much hopeful that we will get that thing also. Regarding the higher educational institute like IITs, AIMS, then IIMs, so all the institutes of excellence, the SC ST people should get the entrance, and what they require is the opportunity, and the reservation is the only thing which gives the opportunity. जो अवसर उनको नहीं मिला वो अवसर उसको प्रदान करना है, उसमें कैलिबर तो होता ही है। तो SC ST के लोगों के ये करना, उनके स्वास्थ्य का इश्यू है, उनके ओवरऑल जो उनके जो डेवलपमेंट है, उसके जो कल्याण के है, वेलफेयर के है, वो इश्यू को है। और सबसे बड़ा इश्यू है उनके इंजस्टिस होता है, बिकॉज ऑफ अनटचेबिलिटी एंड बिकॉज ऑफ ए सेकंड ग्रेड सिटीजन, they are getting from village to even city, but in the village this injustice is more. So government has enacted the law, the Atrocity Act also, and I am thankful to Honorable Narendra Modi ji that he made a amendment in the Atrocity Act, SC ST Atrocity Prevention of Atrocity Act also, and now act has become a stronger act. but they should not be उनका जो they should not get the second grade citizens sort of a उनके behavior, और उनका जो कल्याण होना चाहिए, उनका जो उनकी आर्थिक स्थिति ठीक होना चाहिए, और सबसे बड़ी उसका जो रोज़गार उनको मिलना चाहिए. तो we are focusing mainly on the SC/ST people for their employment also. They should not get discrimination also in the employment also, because in private sector there is no reservation, and 98% is the private sector. Only government sector is 2% only. So they should be given the opportunity in private sector also.
So you have raised a very important issue today, that private sector also needs reservation, and I think the government is actively working on that too. Shifting a little from that, this conversation, sir, you are a top doctor. You have been a top doctor. You have worked more than 40 years providing healthcare services to people, or common people on the ground. Sir, do you think India today stands prepared for any upcoming emergency like COVID-19 that we have witnessed today? And how should we tackle such an emergency which is unprecedented and we cannot foresee it?
As far as medical profession and medical education is concerned, our medical education is really a basic education. Our doctors' clinical acumen is considered as one of the best acumen. And those doctors who does graduation and post-graduation and super specialty from India, and when they go to abroad, they are respected doctors, whether it is a America, whether it is a European country or any other country. The Indian doctors are highly regarded because they have a good clinical acumen, and their training is very good. Their suppose for a surgeon, he has to do the surgery, and in India they are getting so much opportunity to do the surgery. So their training is the very good training. We lacks in the infrastructure. So we need to increase the PSC also, because the number of PSC is something 1 lakh plus in our country. So we should increase our PSC, and I am thankful to Honorable Prime Minister. Suppose any pandemic is coming, my experience on COVID-19, we have fought the COVID-19 in a very effective manner, and the credit goes to our leader, Honorable Narendra Modi ji, and our healthcare worker, the paramedical staff, our nursing staff, and our security staff also. They have done wonderful work in this COVID. I will give you the example. In COVID-19, the Narendra Modi ji has taken a stern decision of a lockdown and all this thing. I think we are thankful to Narendra Bhai Modi ji. Or few people criticize him. ताली बजाओ ये, this was not ताली बजाने से, दिया बजाने से कोविड नहीं चला जाएगा, मगर ये लोगों को एक एनकरेज करने के लिए बोलता था कि लोगों को हेल्थ कर्मियों के लिए ताली बजाओ, उनके लिए दिया जलाओ. That was the people has taken they misunderstood Modi ji. मगर you can see the things. I will give you, because my total medical professional career is half a decade, more than 50 years, right from my student days. And I have seen so many pandemic also. महामारी मैंने बहुत देखी है, मगर पहले कोई भी महामारी आती थी तो जो टीका उसके लिए बनता था, वो टीका अपने देश में, मानो कि स्मॉल पॉक्स, तो अपने देश में आते हुए करीबन 45 साल हो गए थे. तो ऐसे अलग अलग टीका है. पोलियो का टीका आने में करीबन 35 साल हो गए थे. ये कोरोना महामारी में अपने देश में एक ही साल में टीका बन गया अपने देश में, और भारत में बना हुआ 2 टीका बना. तो ये कोई छोटी उपलब्धि नहीं है, लोग उसको बहुत हल्के से लेते हैं. जो टीका बना हमारे लिए, और आज हम बिना मास्क बैठे हैं यहाँ, इसके लिए अगर क्रेडिट जाती है तो 119 करोड़ लोगों को टीका मिल गया है. टीका मिल गया है, तो ये बहुत बड़ी हमारी उपलब्धि है. और आज मैंने भी 3 बार टीका लिया है. आपने भी अपना टीका 2 बार तो कम से कम लो ही लिया होगा. हम सीनियर सिटीजन है तो हमने 3 बार टीका लिया है. तो जो टीका का जो किया, और उसके लिए जो साइंटिस्ट को एनकरेज करने का काम किया, उनको जो दूसरा जो सपोर्ट देने का काम किया, वो नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार ने किया है. Tika has played a wonderful role, or for that we are thankful to our Narendra Modi ji.
So finally, Dr. Solanki, COVID-19 pandemic is yet to subside. As a doctor yourself, what would you suggest to people of the country measures they should still take, because it has not gone away, it is still here?
कोविड-19 है, वो वायरल डिजीज़ है, और कोई भी वायरल डिजीज़ में उसका जो स्वरूप होता है एक नहीं रहता है, उसमें म्यूटेशन आता है. प्रधानमंत्री उसको बोलते हैं कि ये बहुरूपी होता है. हमने ओमिक्रॉन देखा, उसके पहले डेल्टा वेरिएशन, अभी कोई नया वेरिएशन आ सकता है, तो हमें हल्के से नहीं लेना है. मुझे लगता है कि मास्क बहुत ही ज़रूरी है. टीका जहाँ भी बाकी है, बच्चों में जो टीका हुआ है, और सरकार ने जिस प्रकार से टीका का अभियान चलाया है, विश्व का सबसे बड़ा टीका अभियान और सबसे तेज़ी से चलने वाला अगर टीका अभियान है तो अपने भारत में हुआ है. तो मुझे लगता है टीका हमें लगवाना चाहिए. और कोरोना के जो दूसरे है कि बहुत भीड़ में नहीं रहना है, और कुछ भी होता है तो उनका टेस्ट करवाना है. इस बातों को हमें फ्यूचर में हमें गौर रखना पड़ेगा. और हमें कोरोना की वजह से अपनी जीवन शैली, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि परमानेंटली अपनी जीवन शैली में हमें कुछ बदलाव अवश्य लाना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि कोरोना कभी भी वो उसका म्यूटेशन होता है और वो चेंज हो सकता है. मगर एक बात मैं कह सकता हूँ कि अगर चौथा वेव आएगा तो भी वो इतना डेंजरस वेव नहीं होगा. इट विल बी सॉर्ट ऑफ ए सिम्टोमेटिक रहेगा, जैसे इन्फ्लुएंजा में होता है, बुखार आता है. लाइक सेकंड वेव, इट वाज अ वेरी ड्रेडेड वेव, और उसमें कई लोगों की जान चली गई थी. ऐसा अभी नहीं होगा, मगर फिर भी अगर वो हल्का सा वेव आता है, फिर भी हमें चौकन्ना तो रहना ही पड़ेगा.
Yes, Dr. Solanki, we still need to take all the precautionary measures. Thank you so much for talking to PBNS and sharing with us your experiences. Thank you so much, sir.